Iran breaking news today. The White House has announced fresh penalties against Iran in response to their attack on Israel. There will be ongoing pressure. As a result of Iran's regime's assaults against Israel this weekend, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan announced further sanctions against Iran in a statement out on Tuesday. The additional restrictions are a response to Republican complaints that the Biden administration was too lenient with Iran following the November 2023 extension of a waiver that gave the Islamic Republic access to $10 billion in frozen cash. President Biden is coordinating with allies and partners, including the G7, and with bipartisan leaders in Congress, on a comprehensive response, according to Sullivan's news statement. The statement went as follows: the United States will impose fresh sanctions targeting Iran, including its missile and drone program, as well as new penalties against entities supporting the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, and Iran's defense ministry in the coming days. U.S. Central Command and the Department of Defense are also hard at work trying to reduce Iran's missile and UAV capabilities by enhancing and expanding the Middle Eastern region's air and missile defense and early warning system integration. Sullivan stated that the United States will keep up a consistent barrage of pressure to limit and weaken Iran's military capability and effectiveness and challenge the whole spectrum of its problematic conduct through its current activities. The statement continued, saying that the U.S. has sanctioned more than 600 people and organizations over the past 3 years for various reasons, including missile and drone-related sanctions, support for proxy terrorist groups, such as Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and Kataib Hezbollah, human rights abuses, and terrorist financing and illicit trade. The stress is not going away. We will not hesitate to keep working with Congress and our global allies and partners to ensure that the Iranian leadership faces the consequences for its dangerous and unstable policies. Republicans have been very critical of the Biden administration's handling of Iran throughout the previous 3 years. In September 2023, only weeks prior to the October 7 strikes, the White House, as part of a prisoner swap agreement, also extended Iran's waiver until November 2023 and released $6 billion in sanctions relief for the country. Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee stated on X Saturday that Iran was bankrupt under President Trump. Then, in his naivete, President Biden foolishly said, "Don't." As a foreign policy, "don't" is ineffective. Blackburn went on to say that Joe Biden's policies had enabled Iran to strike Israel. The Iranian regime has not had any access to the unfrozen cash, according to White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby, who told Fox News in October. "We are not ignoring penalties, that is not the problem. We have been strictly acting upon them. In fact, we have implemented penalties. The current administration alone has sanctioned 400 Iranian entities, and it doesn't even account for the penalties imposed by previous administrations." Kirby added, "Again, the Iranian leadership would never have been able to access that money due to its fungibility," he said. "Seeing it firsthand was never in their plans. Our intention all along was for money to go to pre-approved merchants in order to purchase food, medicine, and humanitarian aid for the Iranian people. The regime has never requested or expected to see or feel anything like that."